is Bob McLeod. I'm the director of the School of Architecture and Community Design at USF. One of the things we're interested in doing and finally coming to fruition is having a presence here in St. Petersburg. There are a lot of great things about this city. It's probably one of the best kept secrets in the country.
Absolutely.
And there's probably a population that would like to keep it that way, and another population that would like it to become better known for the kind of jewel that it is. And at the end of the day, there's probably a happy medium. As great a city as it is, cities are unfinished projects by nature, and they continue to evolve and grow, and we'd like to just be part of that conversation.
What this does is when we get it out of the academic setting, let's say, it gives the community an opportunity to really consider what the options are. That is, they're not just being told, well, here's what we're going to do, or here's what's here's what's possible. It helps them understand how the city can achieve its objectives, how the community will play a part in its growth and evolution.
We're excited that city officials are going to be present because I think one will be very surprised by the level of sophistication that students who have yet to even graduate into the profession can bring to the table.
So, have you seen some of the projects already? How are they addressing this?
I've seen some. I haven't seen any presentations. I'm waiting for that, and I'm very excited.
Today is our review of our design proposals for a new master plan for St. Petersburg. This is part of our urban design studio at USF. It would be our last advanced design studio before we all move into our thesis.
We've been working with the city of St. Petersburg for the better part of the entire semester, talking with residents in the city, talking with city leaders.
And we used these valuable testimonies that we got from them about what their life was like living in St. Petersburg and working in St. Petersburg.
We realized that there wasn't a place where everybody can come together from the different parts of St. Pete.
And so as a design studio, we have worked to try and figure out really what is it that makes a city thrive, and really how can we bring the social capital.
Social capital, it's a little bit hard to define.
Yeah, it's interesting because social capital is tough to really define.
Yeah, from the very beginning of the semester, we're trying to define what is social capital, What is social capital.
Well, my best guess is that the students are much better at defining this than I am.
What is it that makes a place habitable and enjoyable?
The thing that makes people come to an area. For example, it could be like an image, like the Bean in Chicago. They have that, and that's the reason why people come to that specific area.
It's something that we all know is good, but unfortunately we can't get it to where it's needed.
How do we bring in that authenticity that St. Pete has? That authenticity that's coming from the people who make the culture, who make the city.
At the end of the day, it has to do with a real investment in the place that comes from the residents, that comes from those that have an investment socially, professionally, economically, culturally, personally.
It absolutely means all of the paid for events and the museums and all of those types of distinctions that make us a very special place. But at the very core of it, the texture of it is this undercurrent of social capital, of people who have different means coming for different reasons.
How do we connect the people from all over the city, not just from like the high status people of downtown, for example, or the low class of Midtown, but how do we bring them all together and give a reason for the people in Midtown to come to downtown and vice versa?
I think when you can kind of leverage the interest and the engagement of the community to help make decisions and participate in how the community moves forward, it's a very powerful thing.
We want to congregate, and even as we are, strangers, we're sharing in a common experience, and we leave having shared that experience. And that's what happens here. That's what makes this place special.
There's large tracts of land that are just being unused, and what we were hoping to do is trying to suture those edges, to be able to close those up and fill them with
what is the word I'm looking for, Linnea? What's the word he calls it? Acupuncture? So instead of redesigning the city itself, we've implemented this idea of urban acupuncture into the city of St. Pete. So how can we just revitalize certain little parts of St. Pete that would bring it together as a whole?
It's a core from which all the rest emanates. I use a metaphor, if you will, of the city being like a home, and our neighborhoods are our bedrooms. But, in a home that really thrives, there's a common space or multiple common spaces that are dynamic enough to pull people from their individual spaces. Times that they come together to share, whether it's a meal or watching television or something. And these common spaces must always thrive in a way that's dynamic enough that we pull people out of their neighborhoods together, to have some common experiences.
Cooperation instead of competition.
That's right.
Yes.
Cooperation and collaboration.